This is test 1, 2, 3, 4 of President of the United States message that will be recorded in video shortly. This is Q, October 31st, 2011. This is test 1, 2, 3, 4. Test number 2, video of President of the United States, recorded shortly. Good morning, my fellow citizens of the United States. This is an Elector case involving the Elector branch of the United States presidential. The Elector case is Article 2 of the Constitution of the United States. What I'm going to disclose to you is the actual case involving the President of the United States, as filed under the United States Supreme Court's decision of Bush versus Gore on counties are federal. This particular document was filed through judicial branch in counties, making it a federal document. It was filed October 12th, 2010, and we're within 1 year of non-response. In such, the defendant, which is including the Obama administration, is non-responsive to defense of the Constitution of the United States. This particular declaration has been on file in judicial branch and served by e-government for 1 year plus. On or about on October 12, 2010, the President of the United States disclosed to the city of Modesto of eminent domain of the United States, while said worker district, the grounds of the Miwok lands of the United States of America, Government Lot F. West of Dry Creek, near gate of Beard Brook Park, such work is done of post digging without Environmental Protection Act completed within the Tuolumne River drainage. The exhibits are on court judicial files. Authority Title 16 United States Code Antidote Section 845 Survey of Government Lot F, Circle of Huchuchimitai Tribal Funds. That's Title 25 United States Code Antidote Section 412, Title 14 of the United States Code of Regulations, Section 121.567, Executive Order Number 10802 supersedes and revokes Executive Order Number 12835, 171 Federal Appendix 865, Public Law 94-426, P2429, 14 CFR Section 270309D, Public Law 100-372, and Homeless Title 7 CFR Section 271.29, Authority Title 7 CFR Section 271.2 Esquire, in the case of homeless and served to MC040. This is October 12, 2010. This is Wheeling Authority, Title 15, United States Code Antidote 845, Perea Administration Estate 942769481, Federal Power Marketing Agency of Riverfront Park, as known as Naval Air Station Blind, near Beard Creek Park, Modesto, unincorporated in Stanislaus County, California, United States of America. The enlargement of 12th Street power relay to substation into open of 11th Street transmission capacity necessary to provide such services to me, the applicant, affected electric utility Pacific Gas and Electric. Modesto Irrigation District and Hetch Hetchy City and County of San Francisco. Affected Federal Power Marketing Agency, Perea Administration Estate 94276-9481, subject to the order. Evidentiary hearing is not required. The Federal Power Marketing Agency, me, Perea Administration Estate 94276-9481, to provide wholesale transmission services to the United States Navy Air Department, charge terms and conditions which permit the recovery of such utility of Pacific Gas and Electric. Costs to the Federal Power Marketing Agency, Perea Administration Estate 94276-9481, incurred connection with the transmission services, an appropriate share of 69% Pacific Gas and Electric, 14.076923.5% United States Department of Defense, 18.923077%. The correction on the 0.5%, that's a percent. It goes with the 14.076923, that's percent. The United States Department of Defense is 16.923077%. Providing transmission services and the cost of any enlargement of the transmission facility. No order may be issued under the subsection unless the applicant has been made request for transmission as service in the transmitting utility done to supervise of the Pacific Gas and Electric. Bruce Paxton, done May 4, 2010, and enter in log 0652, is in compliance of section 824A, and such section 824JA is not in relation to a termination or modification of order of Governor Schwarzenegger's removal. The transmission power, Wheeling Power, is in process, as no evidentiary hearing is required because the filing, no other filings were done. 25, United States Code Antidote, Section 412, payment of taxes from share of allotted in tribal funds in any case, as to the percent travel of Huchuchmitai allotted of tribal funds to River Tree Wood Stop in front of village of Huchuchmitai. Basket weavers, the allottee, main carrier of the word charge in survey, had filed with Goldland Abstracts tax ID 942769481. Of lien of $15.53 is beyond the $200 allotment to individual as of filing documents of September 17, 2010, 0959 Pacific Time. No such payment shall be made by said commissioner where it is in excess of the amount which ultimately be due said allotted therefor. The word carrier on plot did not get paid by Commissioner Liaison Wendy Carmody Cowan Lupe. In such, payment is due of $15.53 and lien and transfer of function for transfer of functions of other officers, employees, and agencies of the Department of the Interior. With certain exceptions, me, President of the United States, to the Secretary of the Interior, Robert Lee Perea, with power to delegate Goldland Abstracts Tax ID, C Reorganization Plan Number 3 of 1950, Section 1-2 of May 24, 1950, is Federal Rules of 3174 and 64 Statute of 1262, set out in the appendix to Title V of the Government Organization and Employees Indian Non-Tax Title 4 United States Code, Anecdote Section 109, to be entitled to the unique legal status of Indian, a person must meet 3 qualifications: that some of his ancestors lived in America before its discovery by Europeans, such as Mohawk, prior to the political body of Mayflower Compact. That individual is considered Indian by community in which he lives. U.S. Court of Appeals, 9th Circuit, refused jurisdiction on the subject matter of person am Perea native, and that individual's wardship status has not been terminated by federal government, see 9th Circuit, involving jurisdiction of taxing under wardship of such allow transfer of functions to the body Department of Interior. With certain exceptions in the body, to me, President of the United States, that's Dillon versus State of Montana, 1978, 451 Federal Supplement 168. Lien is applied to closed state actor Beard Creek Park, Modesto, California, City of Modesto, and said lien is e-government filed. C. Executive Order Number 10802 supersedes and revokes Executive Order Number 12835. The Administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency, Terrell Deesh, the Secretary of the Interior, Robert L. Perea, the Administration of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, Dennis Pritchard, the President, me. Title 14 Code of Federal Regulations, Section 121.561, reporting potentiality hazard meteorological condition and irregularities. That's CU 720 ID 8901410421200253741 code 17869236. In with goes Eastern Pacific, Western Atlantic, Antarctic, and Caribbean of Grounds Facilities, NAS Blind Helibase, NAS Auxiliary, United States Coast Guard, Western White House, Windsock Observer, contrary with government AT&T, CU-720, B, the ground's radio of CU-720, ID 890141041200253741, code 170869236, AT&T American Telegraph and Telephone failed to transmit through text CU-720. The information to the agency, Korea GR Airman Notam, directly responsible for operating the facility. AT&T violated Title 14 CFR Section 121.561. B, resulted in following: meteorological condition. A, safety of other flights event goes Eastern Pacific to south near Santa Barbara, unknown reason why military crossover near Bishop, California, with contrary drift to the west and one unknown contrail east and west over Yosemite. Goes work with Western Atlantic information of GPS that early show proof in Alto Cumulus Castellane that the unknown contrail counter military intelligence security, now unclassified, the triangulation of the Caribbean and the Western Atlantic and Eastern Pacific goes to keep the Atlantic and Eastern Pacific goes dry air out from depression in southern Florida. The dry air is released, proof of stacking lenticular west and enhancing retrograde. The depression from the excessive altitude above 45,000 feet. The GOES Title 14 Code Federal Regulation 121.561 shall monitor as avionics or aeronautics and space are assist, and the conditions per law restore CU ID 89014104212002537414, code battery 170869236, until decrease after due to 35,000 feet and arrest modem and medium of AT&T. That's 171 Federal Appendix 865. Assistant Secretary of State for International Narcotics Matters. Strike 11 Amendment to replace with Assistant Secretary of State for the United States Food and Drug Administration for International Narcotic Matters. Drug trade of pharmaceuticals of current route of City of San Francisco, in, out, or Cambodia, in, out, or Uganda is ceased. In order to bring an end to the brutal and inhuman practices of those two countries. And city order by me, President of the United States, 14 CFR Section 27.309D, rearward and sideward flight speeds missing, center of gravity for limits unknown, the main rotor RPM, ranges power on and power off. C, unknown maximum forward speed for each main rotor, RPM, within an unknown range of B, cause no flight route filed with Helibase NAS blind per instrumentalities report 49 USCA section 1116, report investigations about transportation safety, including avoiding personal injuries in relationship to 1441 A5 and 1655D. Instrumentality to Congress, proper Independent Safety Board Act amendments of 1988. Federal Aviation Administration, Susan St. James, Secretary of the Cabinet. Public Law 100-372. They are authorized to me by appropriated for the purpose of this act not to exceed $28,600,000 for the fiscal year ending September 20, 2010. A note to that is AT&T failed in default, and so that transfers. And public information shall make copies or tweets indexed to document by URL for e-government, President, U.S. B, of elimination of certain notice requirements is included outside of the elimination. Report 9/21/2010, Tuesday. Helicopter routing unknown, flight unlevel 150 feet, attempt to discredit NOTAM. Records EPT 9/20/2010 to 9/21/2010. Total 1298 to 649 surplus. Dot 085342465. High NAS blind 85 degrees. Low 65 degrees. Wind maximum 24 miles per hour from 340 degrees. 384.94. Note, EBT $6. Helicopter fly over NAS blind. Helibase from unknown auxiliary. At or near MOD, which is Modesto, in like a sightseeing at dusk near 1930 Pacific time. No routing disclosed to airmen of NOTAM, United States Naval Reserve. Follow up with report in body to Flight Service in body of Federal Aviation Administration in body Public Law 100-372. That's VTask 201-00921. At approximately 2026 SKW 6645 unknown airplane departed from Modesto, that's KMOD, westward. Helicopter did not a pickup near G or H in Modesto, California. The helicopter did a number of zigzags. See Title 14 Code of Federal Regulations 27.309D, and circles to central. A subject of aircraft flight was near 150 feet, then dropped to below 100 feet out of sight. Then after a few minutes came back in sight. It wasn't a medical due to the zigzag. It wasn't law enforcement area. It is under constant patrol. It is forward as suspected kidnap. Date 09/21/2010. V note APPROMA. Appropriate support at 2026. Airplane depart from Modesto with a kidnap at 20 46, 0921 2010, 124 bytes. First notification, inbox, Air Cargo, Alaska, California Secretary. Files, slide 1, text, VNote, appropriate, slide 1, text, Naval Reserve, JPG, VTask 201000921, VCS, slide 1, text, VNote, EBT $6, VNT. Application made May 4, 2010, 150th day, October 1st, 2010. Not done for 150 days is 90 days of agency action. Required action August 2nd, 2010. Such Obama administration failed and violated jurisdiction of Governor Schwarzenegger. In nor compliance of agency action on Perea Administration Estate 94-276-9481 is contempt by Obama administration of Title 16 United States Code Antidote Section 1540. Civil violations of Obama administration assessed not more than $12,000 each such violation. Unless knowingly violates is a criminal upon conviction not more than $50,000 or imprisonment for not more than 1 year. Or both in knowingly violates any provision or any other provision, be fined not more than $25,000 or in prison for not more than 6 months. Wherefore, in the Obama administration, resign of agency action of Title 16 United States Code Section 1540 as jurisdiction to the Perea administration, Estate 94-276-9481, to comply with law the following. Endangered Species Committee, A, the Secretary of Agriculture, John Pritchard. The Secretary of the Army, Arnold Schwarzenegger. The Chairman, Counselor, Economical Advisor, pending. Title 7, Code of Federal Regulations, Section 271.2. EBT card access device means any card plate, code, account number, or other means of access that can be used alone or in conjunction with another access device to obtain payments, allotments, benefits, monies, goods, or other things of value, or that can be used to initiate a transfer of funds under the Food Stamp Act of 1977. First violation is 7 Code of Federal Regulations 271.2, eligible foods, 8. In the case of a homeless food stamp household, meals prepared and served by an authorized public or private nonprofit establishment, such as soup kitchens, temporary shelters, approved by appropriated state, local agency that feeds homeless persons, and 9, in the case of a homeless food stamp household, meals prepared by a restaurant which contracts with the appropriate state agency to serve meals to the homeless person at concessional, low, or reduced prices. Current violation, in addition to Title 7 Code of Federal Regulations, Section 271.5b, penalties, other programs, access device. First conviction, fine not more than $10,000. Imprisonment for not more than 5 years or both. For additional guidelines, Title 7 Code of Federal Regulations 271.5b1, Sections 15b1, Esquire. Purpose of Federal Food Stamp Program is to alleviate the hunger and malnutrition among low income households. Dean versus Butts, and that's D.C., Hawaii, 1977, 428 Federal Supplement 477. Title 7, United States Code, Antidote Section 2012I, EBT card. The term EBT card means an electronic benefit transfer card issued under Section 2016I of this Title J. Elderly or disabled members means a member of the household who is 60 years or older. Not 65, 60 years or older. Example, I am 62 years old, state in violation 3, in the case of those persons who are 60 years of age. In the case of homeless for food stamps, household 9, authority, Title 7, Code of Federal Regulations 271.2, Esquire, in the case of the homeless. Okay, what I've covered for the United States citizens in the United States as an elector in the case that is listed in Article 2 of the Constitution. What I've got here is the actual documents that was shown to AT&T, and what I'm going to do is go and sign off on the one for Congress that allows the budget. So this will satisfy e-government electronic signature. Stand by. These pages weren't shown. The front page was shown with the date, and this was shown here. We never got as far. We got the ID of the text of AT&T here. In negotiations, never went as far into the actual public law, and this is the public law. They refused to go into the public law. Right here is the public law. This is the amount, is $28,600,000. Now I'm going to sign off of the $28,600,000. The signature has been signed, and it's ready to go into Federal Communication Commission, and money is to be released forthwith. This is Guy Ralph Faria, Senior President of the United States.